Welcome back. Today we're going to be meeting up with the builder of all of these planes, plus these planes, that helicopter, that fire truck, and that hovercraft. Can you guess who it is? Let's get started. All right, so did you guess who built all these planes and helicopters and boats and hovercraft? Let's see if he's here. We're going to go to the right a little bit more, and we see... There he is right there. Who is it?
Run! Hide! Hide!
Oh, do you know that voice? Whose voice is that?
Hi, everybody. Geronimo. How y'all doing?
There you go. It's Geronimo. Yes. If you're familiar with Geronimo, he built a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff he built.
Thank you, Endo, for having me on the show. It's a truly an honor. I really appreciate this opportunity.
Well, you're welcome. And we're going to be looking at these planes, and we're going to go back to an older build. If you would like to show me how to start that old build that I never got to work, like 2 years ago.
The old Calypso, sure, we can go take a look.
All right, so before we go to the Calypso, I guess we should check out these new builds, because you probably want to look at these instead of the old build, I guess.
Yeah, of course. You want me to go down the line here real quick and tell you what we got?
All right, where's oldest to newest? Are these in any kind of order?
No, all right, so if you're a Warbird nut, you're probably already familiar with them, but they're all based off the North American Texan, which was pretty much everybody on the Allied side. If you flew a fighter in the war, you flew one of these first. So on the very end there with the green nose, you've got the U.S. Army Air Corps Texan.
Right.
Next to that, we've got the U.S. Navy SNJ-4, which is the same plane. It just was a Navy version, and that's in Pensacola colors, Florida. And then we've got the Kiwis represented here with the Royal New Zealand Air Force Harvard A, which was actually just a Texan, but they called it a Harvard. Next to that, we've got the British represented here with the RAF Harvard B, built by Noorduyn, which is a Canadian company. And then on the very end here, we got the Aussies getting a little love finally, and that's the Commonwealth Aircraft Corporation, or CAC Wirraway.
Why is there no kangaroo on this one? You got a Kiwi on the other one.
You know what? They actually used the same herald or rondel that the British did, but they were afraid that it was going to get confused with the Japanese, so they removed the red dot from the rondel.
Okay.
So they went with this weird blue circle with a white, white circle.
And no kangaroo. What the heck?
No kangaroo.
But
yet.
look, over here, you have a little Kiwi. Look at this. It's right there.
Little baby Kiwi.
Now that is some nice pixel art. To get that, to represent that little bird, that's amazing.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I've been neglecting the Kiwis and the Aussies for a while. I felt bad. No, I was going to give them some love with those trackers, but they never did. It never panned out.
All right, so I have some questions. Before we get into like the technical part, I have questions about the build itself. How did you get this gap between the engine and the body?
Oh, those are door wedges or whatever, and I think the corners are XML'd, so they are modded, if you will, to get that shape.
Okay, that's how you got the gap, though.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I noticed inside you did some artwork. Nice. Of the radio engine, I guess.
Yep, I was able to get a hold of the manuals for all of these aircraft, so their interiors are, at least within the realm of the game, reminiscent of their real-world counterparts. Much as could be pulled off anyway.
Okay, question for you. What is is this? I mean, I'm assuming you did it on purpose. What is the checker box for these, like, lights or something in here?
Oh, that port right there. So they could be fitted with. So on the left one was a vent for the heater. Yeah, on the left wing. So you're right. Would have been a vent for the heater, and then that one could be fitted with a camera. So they use these aircraft to teach pilots how to do gun runs and bombing runs and aerial combat and stuff, and they would fit a little 30 caliber machine gun up in the upper part of the fuselage there, and they would fit a camera down there so they could go back and review his gun runs and how he was doing with his aerial combat and decide whether or not he was worthy to be a pilot.
Very cool. All right, I'm gonna go into camera mode real quick because I want to show people the wings on this thing. Hold on one sec. Here we go. All right, so I'm above the planes now, and above you, of course. And I'm looking at the wings. So the wings are kind of interesting. You did a kind of interesting thing with the ailerons. They're kind of inserted into the wing and kind of blend really well.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
It looks like you did pivots a little bit. Are these wings kind of arched? I can't tell. Yeah, they arched.
Yeah, they're canted a level. I think it's the hinges, the large robotic hinges that are holding them all together.
Okay, now is this leading edge? Is this XML edit, or is that a natural curve back, or
I believe that's natural.
Okay.
That's all natural. The only part on it's there's some XML parts on the wings, but they're in like the center part of the wing. They're hiding the fuel tanks.
Okay.
And then the tail, most of the tail is XML parts.
Okay. So let it be known. Let's just say it right here. Geronimo is a cheater. All right.
Yeah. I once I found out that's possible, I bit into it, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, I see. This is like right here on the front of the plane. We got like a antenna that is a fin. I think is that a fin? That's a fin.
Yeah, that's the small fin. Yeah, small fin.
Yeah. Okay. So just so you know, everybody, he's not.
Yeah, I'm a stinker.
He's not. He's not vanilla. He's not vanilla.
Yeah, I'm not a purist, I guess.
Okay. All right. I guess. What is your favorite plane?
Oh well, I was in the Army, so I'm partial to the Air Corps one on the far left here. But you know what? I like the Wirraway. I do like that Wirraway. I love the paint on it.
Which was that one?
The dark evergreen colored one on the end there. That's all that.
The Australian one?
I don't know, man. I like all of them. They all have some significance.
All right.
Like, they all have some history.
Well, only one has a gun, so I kind of like that one.
Oh, the Wirraway? Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you did not just make a plane that looks cool. You made a plane that functions like the real thing, right?
Yeah, I tried. They are not. If you happen to get them, and I did make a tutorial for them to explain some of their nuances. I can't control my body here. So they weren't great aircraft. They were like they called them pilot makers. They said if you could fly one of these silly things, you could fly anything. So you would think a trainer would be pretty docile, but in reality they were not. And there's a lot of quirks and goofy things you have to do with them just to get them to work properly. So it's strange when you think of a training aircraft. You think the opposite. You think it would be easy to fly and relatively simple. But there's a lot of just weird things in the plane that I just thought were really unique, and I had to do them service and put them in just to ruin everybody else's day.
Oh, this is something I haven't seen before. Look at this, everybody. Look at this. There is a a rocket booster or a tail wheel. What? I've never seen that before.
Unless you're using Thalas's awesome mod, we don't have any cool little tail wheels.
Yeah, and how come you're not using the mod, may I ask?
Well, just for now, I built these back in April. I've been sitting on them since April, so
okay. All right.
It's time to get them out the door.
Okay, well, let's get rid of these so we only have one to deal with in the engine. Maybe that'll help with the gameplay. And so let's go to the hangar and bust out the green one. All right, so we are in the hangar. We have the Australian, what is it called?
Wirraway.
Wirraway. A Wirraway, a Wirraway, a Wirraway. Oh my God.
In Aborigine, I apologize. In Aborigine, it means something, but I can't remember now.
Oh, I thought it was like that song. You know that song? A Wirraway, a Wirraway.
Wirraway, a Wirraway. Oh, sorry.
In the jungle. Isn't that how it goes?
This would be in the Outback, right?
In the Outback, the mighty Outback, the jungle. Wait, the lion sleeps tonight. This is a quality video, you can tell. Uh-huh. All right, so we have a front seat and a back seat and a cool gun. And can I take the front seat?
Sure, go for it. You'll be the pilot up there, the training pilot.
All right, wait. There's something cool here. What is this? What is this on the wing?
What is what?
This artwork.
Oh. So when we raise the landing gear, see that red part of it?
Uh-huh.
That will slide out. Those indicate if the landing gear are locked down and locked.
Wait, how does it slide out?
Very nicely.
I mean, does it actually slide out? It actually is going to move?
Yeah. You'll see it move when we retract the landing gear.
Wow, you're a nerd.
You know it.
Okay, I'm gonna get in the front seat. You're gonna get in the back seat.
It took you this long to figure that out?
Yeah. Jeez.
Right. While you're doing that, I'm gonna pull the propeller through here.
Oh, wait, what? What do you mean pull the propeller through?
Well, these old radial engines, oil would collect in the cylinders overnight.
Where are you?
So they had.
Looking.
There's a button here on the side.
How are people supposed to know that? I don't see a button.
Well, when they watch the tutorial video,
Nobody
that'll be
watches
available
tutorials. What are you talking about?
With the aircraft, they'll figure it out.
No. You're gonna get comments on this plane. How do you start the engine? I know because I get it on the F-14, and I'm like, watch the video. Watch the video.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
It's the same thing on the tracker.
All right. So you're spinning it like how many times?
This aircraft is 9 blades. 9 blades. The Harvard B, the RAF version, that's 2, and then the rest of them are 6.
Wait, they're different?
Yeah, that's what the manual's called for. So.
Oh my! And what happens if you don't do that?
It won't start.
So it won't start. Now, how are we supposed to know that? Should it like pop up an error on the screen and say, "Hey, you need to do it"? No.
Well, they didn't have screens back then. You had to know what you were doing. I'm just gonna give it, just for lag's sake, I'm gonna give it a few more.
See, it's people like you that are like breaking the Stormworks community with these kind of builds. You know, what are you doing?
I just gave it a few more for in case the lag is an issue.
Oh, okay. All right, let's get inside.
All right.
I'm giving Geronimo a hard time because he actually spends a lot of time going through manuals and stuff to build his builds, and so yeah, he does a great job.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, so I'll go ahead and let you talk. I'll shut up. Go.
I was just going to give you a quick walk around here because this one's a little different than the others. All your lights and batteries and intercoms are off to your right shoulder.
Okay. Landing lights, gauge lights, navigation lights, battery.
Yeah, pretty simple. So
wait, the battery. Should I turn that on?
Yeah, you can go ahead and turn that on. They're not going to drain anytime soon. Then, of course, you've got all your regular gauge clusters up here. And then in the center between your legs there, you'll see, or just below in this, between the pedals, you'll see the energize and gauge starter switch.
Yes. What does that mean?
So they would energize the starter, this motor would spool up. And then once it got up to a high enough RPM, and if you've ever watched those old movies right here, the airplane kind of...
Oh, so it's like the B-17 has a inertia starter, right?
Exactly what it is. The later ones had like a regular car starter, but these older ones had an inertia starter. So that's what that'll be for. We'll talk about that when we get to it. And then on your left is most of our other controls here. So let's see, where should we start? You see those 2 switches down by your left arm?
Mm-hmm.
One is marked fuel hand pump.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and click that thing 12 times.
12 times. All right.
12 times, not enough.
Now
it was a hand pump down by your left leg, and you'd sit there and pump that thing up and down.
Okay.
To pressurize the fuel line.
12 times count when I go back once or when I go forward back?
You have to on is 1, off is yeah.
Okay.
On. So, only on counts. Only on counts.
Okay, so I have to go back and forth 12 times.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Now on the gauge cluster to the right, you see the manifold pressure gauge?
Manifold
and then you
pressure.
also see the where is it? Fuel pressure just to the right of it?
Yep.
That needs to be over 3 pounds, is it?
Fuel is 3.4.
Awesome. All right, cool. All right, so now, again, remember I said like this aircraft's weird. Like the fuel gauges are not in a normal spot. They're down by your lower hip. So if you move your view all the way down into the left and all the way down into the right, you'll see 2 gauges. If you need to pop out of the seat, you'll see where they are.
I see 1. I see left fuel tank. Where's the right one?
On your right side. Right side.
Oh, okay. Really?
If you play as a female player, I found out you can't read them, so I might have to do something different about that, but we'll see.
Actually, I can't find the one on the right. Oh, there it is, down way on the right. Okay, yep, I see.
Yeah, they were hidden in the floor. It's crazy. But anyway, so there's no crossfeed, so we need to every like 20% or so of fuel. So when like one's at 70 and the other's at 50, we'll switch back to the 70% tank because there's no crossfeed between the tanks.
Where's it start off on? Left or right?
Whichever one's more full. That's what the manual calls for.
No,
but it doesn't really
what's
matter
the default? I mean,
left. It says on the key switch. You see that key switch all the way up to your left?
Oh yeah, fuel tank selector off left, on right. Got it.
Yep. Okay. And then This aircraft is different than the others. It doesn't have a fuel plunger like you're probably used to seeing on a lot of warbirds. So what we have to do for this one is, sorry, I didn't mean to get in your way there. You see the arrow that it's just indicating the throttle. That's all it does. That little 7-segment indicator there.
Uh-huh.
On your left, there's an arrow button just below it.
Uh-huh.
And it says just for priming or whatever, something. Go ahead, press that, and with the up and down arrow keys, move the throttle up and down no more than 5 times.
Okay, so push the button first.
Hold it.
Wait, hold the button?
Yep, hold the button.
Okay.
I should have said that, sorry.
Okay.
And then with your up and down arrow keys, move that the throttle up and down all the way up and then all the way down. That counts as 1.
Okay.
And do that no more than 5 times.
2.
4 would probably be best
3.
just for...
Okay. And then leave it back down, right?
Yep. Did you do 4?
Yeah. Yep, 4.
Okay. 4. So, all right. So that primes the engine. That's how they did it back on this airplane. They would move the throttle up and down. Yeah, about 4 times, 5 times. All right. So now you can turn on the magnetos, which is that key switch off to your left hidden on the wall there.
Key switch to my left, hit in the wall. Oh, yeah, okay. Got it.
Okay, go ahead, kick that on. They wouldn't actually kick that on until it was started, but it's fine. Go ahead, do it. And I'm stuck in the thing here. I got to get out.
You're stuck in the what?
Nothing. I'm good.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. Magneto's on. All right. So when we start this thing, turn the energize engage starter switch on.
Okay.
Leave it on for a couple seconds. You'll hear this pivot start to spin up. So go ahead and do that now.
Okay. It's like the B-17.
Yeah. All right. So they were all built from the same ilk.
So how are you doing your inertia starter? What are you using? Using what you call it?
All right. Go ahead. Turn the switch down. Turn it off.
What is that called? Spinner wheel. What's it called? No, not inertia. What is it called? The modular engine part that has a wheel that spins up. I forgot the name of it.
A flywheel?
Flywheel. Are you using a flywheel for your inertia starter?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
This is all just as you put it the other day, smoke and mirrors.
Oh, okay.
It's a pivot, and it's hooked up to an electric motor that turns the engine over.
Is it still gonna work? Because I turned it off. Did I turn it back on?
Yeah, turn it on. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know you did.
Sorry. Talk too much. Sorry.
All right. After a couple seconds, turn it to off.
Okay. Now what?
Should have started.
It should have started?
It should have started.
Wait, do I need these pumps on?
What pumps?
This is fuel hand pump?
No,
Oh.
you can leave that off. It doesn't matter.
Okay, let's see. Oh, look, it's spinning a little bit.
That's me. I'm on the ground. There we go.
Okay, so how do you start if you're one person?
You started just fine. It's probably the internet.
Wait, don't I have to have like the throttle open or something?
Yeah, open it up, crack it open a little bit.
Okay.
Just to the left of the magnetic
Wait.
compass, you'll see the tachometer.
Wait, does it up
Hanging.
arrow? Oh yeah, it works.
Up arrow, yeah.
Okay.
Try to get that tachometer up to about, it died again.
Okay, do I spin up again?
Yeah, give it another,
Okay, wait, where's the tach? Oh, there it is. So what do we
Just to the
want?
left.
How many RPMs?
about 600. Once the engine warms up, you'll see the tachometer kind of, it'll flutter. It runs rough. The engine runs rough.
How do you do that?
Until-
I mean, how do you make that happen inside the game?
I think it's hooked up to a blinker switch, maybe? I forget what, but
Oh, that's cool.
or I think it's connected to an on-off, and as the engine warms, the on-off slowly reduces to the point where it doesn't flicker anymore. So yeah, get about 6. Yeah, that's probably too much. Throttle down. Throttle down.
Ah! Oh! Oh!
Oh yeah, did it.
Oh, we're flying Endo style now. Woo! All right, so we're back again because this is how we do it Endo style. We break things and then we record it again.
Yeah.
All right, so I got to remember how to do stuff. We got to turn on the battery. I remember that part. You have to do the propeller 9 times.
Guess I didn't do it enough earlier.
What was the other thing I had to do? I had to like pump this thing up and down 4 times.
The fuel hand pump 12 times, or at least until you see 3 pounds of pressure on that fuel gauge.
Wait, what was that? Oh, that was that clicker here somewhere. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many times? 10, 11, 12, I think.
At least until you see 3 pounds of pressure on that fuel pressure gauge.
Oh, that's right. We got that. Okay, we're good. Yay! All right.
All right. Now that priming business again. Go ahead, press that arrow down.
Okay. I already did that. Is that okay?
No, because you can't prime with no fuel in the system, so you have to do.
Oh, okay. Do it
priming
again. All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, not an easy plane.
And then once you're ready, go ahead. If the battery's on. Oh, magnetos. Don't forget the magneto key switch.
Magneto. Yep.
All right, turn the energizer on for a couple seconds. Leave it on for maybe a few.
Okay.
Again, I don't know if it's the internet lag or what, but it shouldn't have to be more than a couple seconds.
All right.
All right. Now, as you turn the switch off, advance the throttle a little bit and try and hold about 600, 700 RPMs on the tachometer.
Okay. There we
Turn
go.
that switch off.
Okay. There we go. It's going 3,
We're
4,
good.
5,
Yay!
6. Do we have parking brakes or something here?
Yes, down by your left foot. Leave them on for right now.
Oh, they're on. Okay.
You'll notice the tachometer is kind of running. Well, yeah. Go ahead, throttle down. Don't let it get too high, or we're gonna nose over again.
Okay. Do I have like a throttle setting other than this little thing, like where I can see like what percent I'm at or something?
No, and I did that on purpose because I want you to look at the gauges. Because we won't worry too much about the tachometer. The one we're going to be concerned with is going to be the manifold pressure.
Okay, everybody, I'll be uploading a version with a dial so we can see. You won't know, so download my version.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good, Geronimo. We want to use the gauges. Uh-huh.
What did you say something just now?
No, not at all.
All right.
All right.
Let's see. It looks like the engine's running smoothly. So I'm gonna hop in my seat back here. It looks like we're ready to go.
All right. Looks
All right,
good.
I'm in.
Oh, nice looking plane.
Thank you, sir. So down by your left foot's that parking brake, the key switch. I would take that off.
Yeah. I just realized you're facing the wrong way. How are you gonna shoot?
The seat would turn. It could be turned around anyway.
Oh, really? The seat
Yeah.
actually turned?
Yeah, like an office chair. It could be spun around.
Huh.
This one doesn't, but in real life it could be spun around.
Okay. Wait.
All right, now to turn, don't move the throttle up too much. It's a pretty powerful engine.
Okay.
But use the left and right arrow keys it'll apply the brake differentially for each wheel.
Okay.
If you want a ground loop, press and hold the left arrow key and the number 2 key, and the toe brakes, and it will ground loop you or make you do a 180.
Okay, so say that again. So hold number 2 down?
If you just hold number 2 down, it'll apply both brakes evenly, which you probably want to do right now before you run off and you'll stop.
Okay.
And then just the left or right arrow keys will apply a little bit of brake to either the left or right wheel respectively. And then if you press the left or right arrow key plus the toe brakes, it will lock up that left or right wheel and you'll ground loop.
Okay.
All right, so last thing we'll go over the hydraulic system.
What? We're running out of runway. You're telling me about hydraulic system still?
Yeah. We got hydraulics. Go ahead, idle the engine.
I don't know what idle is on this thing. I'm just gonna hit the brake.
Move. Yeah.
I hit the brake. Parking brake.
Okay, just make sure we take those off before we go nose over again. All right, so on your left side, there's a little button there that says hydraulic power control.
Yes.
All right, press that, and then you see that little gauge.
Wait, do I hold it down?
No, just press it once. It's fine.
Okay.
And you see that little gauge just above the throttle indicator?
Above the...
Should say like 1,000 pounds.
Wait. Oh, above the throttle indicator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. 1,000
An
pounds.
actual dial. 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
The hydraulic system depressurizes itself after 2 minutes. Why? I have no freaking clue. I think it was probably to save parts. But so we need that hydraulic power to raise and lower our flaps, and we need that hydraulic power to raise and lower our landing gear. So we're pretty much ready to go. So if you want, you can put the flaps down, but you don't really need them.
Okay.
They are helpful, particularly with landings, but you don't need them so much for takeoff, especially on a long runway like this.
You think the flaps work in this game properly?
Yes. In this aircraft they do, but you have to make them work. You know what I mean? Like you have to add a lot of fins and stuff to help create lift to help get the aircraft to fly at lower speeds. So you got to do a lot of cheating.
Oh, okay, okay. All right.
But in their traditional sense, where they actually work, like where you lower fins out the bottom of the wing and that helps create lift that way, it usually doesn't work well. Okay, so take that parking brake off if you got it on still.
Okay, before I do that, does this artwork do anything here that it's above the throttle? Does it light up or anything?
Artwork above the throttle.
What?
Yes, that is a throttle and flap indicator. If you want, move 3 or 4, and you'll see the far left one will move, and that's our flap indicator.
Wait, if I move 3 or 4? Oh, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Right.
4 flaps down.
Oh, look at that! Hey.
You don't need them. If you want to put them down for takeoff, that first notch there, that's perfect. And then the left or right one is the actual landing gear.
Oh, left and right are landing gear. Okay.
Yeah, each one.
But we can't click on this. You didn't make it clickable, did you?
No.
Aha!
That'll be in the end. That'll be in the Endo update.
Yeah, yeah. You know that one I'm uploading later. Okay, and I guess we're good. We unbreak it.
Unbreak it and give it some juice, and let's get out of here. 30 inches. Here, go to the, I'm gonna take the rudder here real quick and get you back.
What happened here? What are you doing?
No.
What are you?
No.
I didn't do that. You turned. You did that. Take control. What? What?
That was my fault.
Oh my gosh. Look, I'm gonna leave you out there now. You're stuck out there. All right, so we're back in the hangar. We kind of did all the other stuff already, so you don't have to watch it again. And I'm gonna energize the starter. And we did it. Yay! Look at that. Wow, this is getting easier every time we reshoot it.
Hey, you're natural.
All right, so question for you. Prop pitch. How do you handle prop pitch?
It depends on the plane, but in this case, it's more or less linked to the throttle. It's and the parking brake. It's also linked to the parking brake. So if you have the parking brake on, it won't allow full pitch, so you won't go flying off if you apply too much power. But I usually run it through like an FX logic block of sorts.
Oh, we're going to take longer runway here. Okay, now if you're going to take over, you should take over.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah, my bad.
Because I was like playing with the throttle at the time. Okay, I'm trying to steer. Okay, what kind of throttle setting do I want to take off?
30 inches manifold pressure.
Okay. And how are you calculating that in the game?
I'm taking... Well, it's got to do 2 things. So when the engine's off, it'll show 29.92, which is, like sea level barometric pressure.
Yeah.
And then when you kick the engine over, it'll drop down to like 16 inches, which is, it's just taking the tachometer. That's all it's doing. And it's running in through some math.
Okay, so are you not doing anything fancy with altitude and stuff?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
How high is anybody going to fly?
I don't know. When I was building the B-17, I was reading a lot about it because I didn't really understand it. And then I was like, oh, I could calculate with the altitude and all this crap. And then I was like, forget it.
Oh, yeah, because the B-17 would fly at like 20-something thousand feet, on oxygen,
Yeah.
This thing, maybe 10,000 feet. And nobody here really goes above 3,000, so, meh.
Okay.
All right, so once you're ready to go, get that throttle up to about 30 inches, and you're going to have to...
Oh, it's hard to fly. Oh!
You're going to have to...
Oh!
Some of it might be multiplayer. Kill the throttle. Kill the throttle. I don't want to restart.
We're going up. I don't care. Oh, whoa, what the... Oh, this is not good.
I think we lost the blade.
Okay, there we go. Parking brake off. All right, I'm just going to film now. I'm just going to be the cameraman on the outside of the plane.
Okay.
That's my job. I'm just filming. So show me.
You said you got the hydraulics?
I did.
All right, I'm going to lower the flaps just a teensy bit here.
All right. You're going to show everybody how I'm such a bad pilot. That's what you're going to do.
You're not.
Yeah. It's true.
If you were doing this in single player, I promise you wouldn't have a problem.
I promise. You haven't watched enough of my videos.
I watch all your videos. Like everybody here should. Watch all Endo Skull's videos.
And
they're hilarious.
How many landings have you seen?
0. 0 landing.
I can't even land my own builds.
Poor Endo. All right, I think I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
There we go.
Okay. Let's see you keep it on the runway. Mine wanted to turn off the runway. I don't. That's probably me. Okay. Tails up. All right. That looks good.
I'm not doing any inputs on anything right now. I'm just letting it rise up.
Oh, no elevator, huh? Automatic elevator?
You need to bring the gear up. I can't bring the gear up.
Okay. Oh, do I get to see the thing on the wings when I put the gear
Yes.
up? All right. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see here. Let me get in here. Where's the gear?
5. Hotkey 5.
Okay. Okay. Let's see that swap. Okay. What? I didn't see anything change.
Just wait for it.
I'm waiting for it.
Well, they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't change.
Wow. Is that a multiplayer thing?
You're selling false promises on this plane.
I am.
Like, that was my whole reason for flying the plane, was to see that move, and it didn't move.
I will drop them again. Try
You
it
know
again.
what? Nope, this video's done. Get out! Get out!
What? Oh, what that? I don't get it.
Oh,
I remember you asked me to try this in multiplayer, and I did, and it worked fine.
I don't know. Maybe it's just this plane. Maybe you forgot to hook up a wire.
Oh, because I'm an idiot. No, because they're
What?
up. Put them down. Put the landing gear down. Make sure the system's charged. Put the gear down. Then they'll lock. They did unlock.
Wait, what?
They did work. They did work. The red tab moved.
That's all it does is just move the tab to left or right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's boring. I thought it was going to do something fancy. Like, like flip around or something and, like, make a whole new graphic or something.
All right.
God. It's like some old plane. You got me in some old plane without any cool visual effects. What is this?
At least we can do some aerobatics, I suppose, right?
All right, let's do it.
Now, if you have the aircraft inverted for any length of time, the engine will cut out.
Do you have to simulate that, or is that in the game?
No, I have to simulate it.
Okay.
There you go. See the tachometer falling off?
Look at that.
If I don't turn it over, it'll
Wow,
die.
this is really a nice little simulation of the plane. Wow. I like this. This is a nice plane.
pretty quick too. It'll do 180 miles an hour.
I'll be honest, I'm
But
not crazy about the whole, like Airbus thing, commercial liners, all the knobs and buttons. I like these old planes.
Who doesn't? And anybody who was a fighter pilot, during the war, they learned on these things. The Russians, even the Germans had a couple. Although I don't think there's any proof that they actually used them.
Oh wow, look at I just noticed how your wheels went up. That looks really nice. They fit right in there.
You could probably try a hammerhead too. I see the engine died on my barrel roll here. If I don't keep pulling through, we won't get any fuel back in the carburetor, quote unquote,
Yeah, carburetor.
and it'll die.
Yeah, this is nice. So are these on the workshop?
They will be hopefully later today, Thursday, which is now the 12th. That's the plan anyway. All 5 of them.
Wait, does this plane
Part of
stall? It doesn't stall, does it?
No, it does, like everything else. It's got a cheaty modded engine, so it's pretty powerful.
Okay.
We can throttle off and we can do a hammerhead here. You hear that beeping?
No.
That's a bad hammerhead.
Oh, there it is.
The Mustang had the same thing because they're both they're really bad hammerhead.
What does that mean? Undercarriage warning light.
It means I've got the throttle too low for I'll stall is what it means. So like if it's like a fail safe. If you lower the throttle too low to where the aircraft will stall out in level flight with the landing gear up, that buzzer would come on.
All right,
Let
so
you know, hey dum dum, put the gear down.
What is stall based on in this plane? What's it?
It's looking at the throttle.
Oh, okay.
It's looking at is the throttle lower than what it's supposed to be, and are the gear up or down?
Wow, this
I really have no idea how fast we're going right now.
I love this plane. This is.
Thank you.
Anytime I feel like I'm in a plane in Stormworks is when I love them, and I feel like I'm in a plane in Stormworks. You know what I mean?
Thanks, Endo. I try, man. I love a lot of the older aircraft on the workshop as well, just because they got a feel to them. They got this You know, it was man and machine. Like this thing, there's no, like a lot of these aircraft, there's no gyroscopes or any stuff. If I don't keep it level with my own 2 fingers, it's not going to stay level. And there's romance in that. That's the word I'm looking for. There's romance in it. The Haiti days of aviation. I don't have also, I can't see the gauges, so could you tell me when, or can you lower the throttle down to 28 inches manifold pressure, please?
We're at 31. You do it. I'll just read it off. 30, 30, 29, 28,
Okay.
28, 10.
Okay, that should be fine.
All right. Oh, I have to do the landing gear too, right?
You almost have to land this thing from the back seat or from.
Oh wait, you put the landing gear down?
Yeah,
Hey, wait, how did you?
I can put them down.
Wait. These flaps? What are these flaps? Are these flaps blocks? They're blocks.
They're just blocks there. All the fins are internalized in the aircraft.
Ah, you cheater. Okay. They look cool though.
I stole that one from Thales as well.
Look at this.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, you're flying like me now.
Yeah, I am. It's so hard in multiplayer.
It used to be worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I shouldn't complain.
Oh my
right.
gosh. Yeah, it's like the. Oh gosh, this is not a carrier landing.
No, it's not. I should have gone around.
Hey, you did it. You didn't die. We didn't die.
Then I'll do a little ground loop here just to show off. Woo!
Okay. There you go. I can't believe it. I landed
really
this plane from the front seat. Everybody, did you see that? From the front
You
seat.
can. It's not impossible to fly this. I usually fly it from the front seat in first person. It's not. The visibility is not too bad, and I know you don't like the gauges, but they're handy.
I just want to see my throttle setting.
Well, because you're used to it. You know, you wouldn't have had that in real life. You know,
It's a game, man. It's a game.
Yeah, they'd say crack the throttle 2 inches. You know, open it up. You know, another inch, whatever. You didn't know. You had to look at the gauge.
All right, it's a game, dude. It's a game.
Yeah, I know. I know, but I wanted to. That's just there to kind of be like a little cheat.
Yeah, you're
Like,
one
just
of
to
the,
kind of give you an idea.
I know who you are. You're one of those guys that go on Discord. Oh, Endo, your plane has a gauge. Doesn't look like a real thing. I know who you are.
I'm like Tom Cruise. Friggin'. We all know the F-14 stinks.
What? Who said that?
Tom Cruise, don't you remember?
Said the F-14 stinks?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't watch your own Stormy
Oh,
Awards?
that Tom Cruise.
Your F-14 Tomcat is great. Just kidding. It sucks. Everyone knows it sucks.
All right, so this is an awesome plane. You can download 5 of these, all 5 of these, on the workshop, probably by the time this video is posted. But now I'm going to make Geronimo go and revisit something old. Ah, you're in the sink. Okay, so I turned down the physics to low. Okay? And if I jump, check this out.
Whee!
Ah, that's good, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Old Krusty still works.
So in the old days, this ship destroyed my computer, and I was trying to tour it, but I could not figure out how to turn it on, because
I think you.
and now apparently I can't figure out how to get on.
You see the buttons? They come up the gangway.
Now I see the button that I'm looking at your butt.
Yeah, I can't get off the ladder for some reason.
Ah.
I'm just gonna let go and.
Try again.
No, I'm not even gonna bother.
You're a cheat. Oh, you cheater. Okay. What is that noise?
I don't know. I didn't even hear anything. Oh, it's probably the ballast weight in the bottom,
Oh, I hear him moving back and forth or something.
keeping everything.
All right. So how do we start this thing? Because I never got to start.
Shape. Really? Okay. Well, let's go down here into the annex,
Okay.
and then we'll head into the engine room.
Okay. This was built like what, 2 years ago almost? I think.
Jeez, yeah. I keep it up to date, so it's actually I just did a big old update on it now, so your video is going to be the most current video I got of this thing.
What did you update?
I redid all the generators because I with the modular and I just sunk through the floor.
You did. Wait, what's down there? Oh, there's like room down
Nothing. It's just
There's a room down there. You fell in between.
Aren't you There's no room. It's just multiplayer.
No, I can see it. There's like room down there.
There. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. All right.
So we start the generators. Is that what we did, or those engines?
Yes, there's 3 generators. I'm going to open up the sea chest now. This lets cold water into those engines. I'm going to do the other generator. This thing was a minesweeper during the war. So it had, to run all the electronics on it, they had an umpteen bazillion. This room where I'm walking into right now had another main engine in it that just ran the cables and whatnot and stuff they would drag out the back of the boat while they were minesweeping. I mean, it was just full of generators. So we've got 60 kilowatt power going through the whole boat right now. So now we can pretty much turn on anything we want. There's enough juice flowing around to turn on everything. But the main engines are started by air, so we have to run that little compressor over there to pressurize these tanks on the starboard side. So we have enough air to turn the main engines over. And once that's done, we're pretty much ready to go. And I'm gonna open up the fuel cocks down here on the base of the engine. And I fell through the floor again. Don't worry, this is not something that happens in single player. I guess it's just multiplayer. That's what I get for teleporting around, I guess, right?
Oh. There you go. So there's a lot of things going on here. I have no idea what you just did. You just flipped a bunch of buttons.
Yeah, I turned on, there's fuel cutoff valves for the main engines. I turned on an exhaust fan. If you don't turn these big gray cylinders over the engines, they were regular air filters, like anything you'd find in a truck or car. But they, just sucked air in from the atmosphere, and they could be easily overwhelmed by fumes in the engine room. So they had a fan that would suck out or suck in fresh air, so they had fresh air to breathe.
How did you research this one?
I have, from when I was a kid, I have, let's see if I can find it right now. Jacques Cousteau's, The Ocean World of Jacques Cousteau. It was a 20-volume series book, or series of books, printed in the 1970s.
And
by
it has
Danbury Press.
all the engine stuff in there?
Copyright 1978. Yeah, Jacques Cousteau. And the 20th book had a complete cross-section, laterally and longitudinally, of the entire ship.
Wow.
Drawings. So it was actually a pretty, research-wise, it's pretty easy to build. I'm gonna crank up one of the main engines now.
Oh, we didn't even start the engines yet?
No, I was yakking, so I didn't. See, there's a little. You see this thing over here? There's a water purifier.
Yeah.
And then there's just next to it, it's a little baby air compressor, and above it there's a little gauge that reads, air start tank pressure, and it's registered in bar.
Yeah.
That's once it's over 7, we have enough pressure to start the main engines.
So all this noise was just generators?
Yeah, the aircraft engines running. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
There's a third generator. We don't need it. It's mostly for if you're tied up alongside this little 20 kilowatt generator back here.
See, now I don't feel so bad that I never got this thing working.
I got so good at it, I could get it done in like a couple minutes. Back when I was building the thing.
And oh my god, how did you go back and update this with all the mess of wires and everything? And remember?
Yeah, there's usually a couple hours of just remembering. Anyway, we're done down here, so we can head up to the bridge.
Okay. All right, nice artwork in here.
I picked up a fire extinguisher somehow.
Did I ever make it into here? I wonder if I should go back and watch that old video.
I believe you did. Yeah.
I just didn't move.
I think you got bored at about this point. Gosh. Come on. What? Lag.
What are you doing?
I got them. I don't know. I'm not doing anything. You want me to man the helm, or are you going to take it?
I just wanted to move. I just want to see this thing move.
Oh, all right. Right. Good. I'll get on the helm here. All right. The engine's died for some reason.
All right. So, bow thrusters at 0. Oh, the propellers. They're spinning.
Yep.
They're spinning.
Yep, we're moving.
The ship's moving! Woohoo! Forward it!
Give her some juice, Captain.
I'm giving it all she got! Holy crap, it's moving!
You didn't let me down.
It's
Finally.
taken 2 years to get this thing to move. 2 years!
You know, I could do it in like 5 minutes. I could do this whole thing in like 5 minutes. I got really good at it after a while.
Okay, for some reason it wants to go to the left a lot.
Make sure both engines. Well, yeah, you got the rudder. Make sure the rudder's centered. It's not. It's a sticky rudder.
Oh, it is? Oh.
Yep.
Oh. Why would you do that?
Because it's like a real boat. They don't reset to the middle unless you're on a little teensy boat.
Oh my gosh.
A real ship has hydraulics and ropes and cables and stuff like that.
Stop with all the realism. It's a game.
I like realism.
Well-
Flight simulators.
All right, so you did it. You got to play with a person in multiplayer on the ship.
It only took 2 years. I want to show you something though. I think you might like.
Okay.
All right, turn around, look behind you. There you see like a little lower hall thing with the stairs going down.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the radio room. Hop down in there.
Oh, I got a lot of artwork in here.
You see the magnetic tape reel player?
Yeah, I do. Did you draw that?
Yeah. Turn it on. Hit record.
Wait, what?
Hit there's buttons just below it. Hit record.
It won't work.
Oh, darn it. Yeah, all right. So turn around behind you. Up on the wall, on the other side of the stairs. So when you came down the stairs to the right.
Radio
Yeah,
room power
upgrade.
cut in? That one?
Yeah, turn that on. Turn that on.
Okay.
Now go back and hit record.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh!
Hit rewind.
Oh!
It has. I've never found. If there's anybody out there who wants to help me with this, please help. I have a very rudimentary side scan sonar for this that I've had. It's pretty much since we had screens, but it doesn't work that great. And I've been looking for somebody or somebody who made a nice 3D mapping program, but I haven't really found anybody yet. And I've tried everything, but there's sounding, there's side scan, there's of course the radar, 2 radars, and you can actually the screen in the middle of the map actually it drifts, your position will drift. So you have to click on the sextant and it'll update your position. And if the weather's bad, you have to use a radio to tune a satellite.
Wow, you put
one
lots
of
of
two
cool stuff in here.
Yeah,
There's
one
like
of the
little
two satellite.
Slideshows and stuff.
Oh, you found the projector? Yeah, the Nikon film projector.
And
That
like,
works. Did you
and
turn
like,
that? Did you turn it on?
yeah. And then there's like a
Little crustaceans.
a
there and stuff.
seismographic thing here. I don't know what it's called.
That does one of the sounding.
Or it's a printer. I don't know what it is. It's going back and forth. Like a printer.
Yeah, it's a printer. Yeah, that's a sounding printer.
And then what's on this or left side here? A Raytheon Doppler. Oh wow. Did you write this? Did you make this?
I made everything on this boat, man. Everything's a lot of cool stuff that's
Okay.
out now just didn't exist when I made this.
Now, are you using Lua or not? Because I thought you said you don't do Lua.
There is a tiny bit of Lua in here, but now I fell off the boat. I'm behind you. Yes, there is some very, very basic Lua going on in there.
Oh wow. You know what? I don't think your builds get enough attention.
But thank you, Endo Skull. I appreciate it.
Oh, just call me Endo. No one calls me Skull.
Endo, my father. I would like to say Endo Skull. Endo, thank you very much for having me on the show. It's been a blast and a true honor, and I appreciate you taking a look at my crummy vehicles with me. It's meant a lot. Thank you.
Oh, you're so modest. So, Geronimo, thank you for bringing your stuff on here. And, you know, we kind of just went through some of the, I guess the easy information. But if you want more detailed information on the planes that we looked at, you can go and in the description and probably on the top right of this video, there are links to the Geronimo video where he goes through all the details of these planes. And you're going to want to do it because I couldn't even remember how to do the fuel after I crashed it the first time. So you're going to want to have his video open and go through the tutorial so you can fly these planes. Obviously, I didn't fly the plane. I let him fly it. Yeah.
We'll make an aviator out of you yet, Endo.
You know, I'm really good at enlisted because the planes start off in the air, and so I don't have to actually do anything. But that's it for today. You can download all of these builds using the links below, and this ship has been on the workshop for like 2 years. And as you saw, it's kind of involved in getting it started. You have a tutorial on the ship?
I do, 2 actually. It's a 2-parter, but it's a little dated. So your video is now the most current video on it out there.
I don't think we did a tutorial. I just watched you flip a bunch of switches. But
That's good enough.
But if you have any questions or concerns about any of these builds, Geronimo is on Discord, and you can always ping him on the Endo Skull community, and he'll give you he'll give you some info.
I try very hard to answer whatever questions come my way. So if you have a question, ask wherever you can, and I'll try my darndest to answer everything.
All right, and there's only one more thing that I should probably remind people, because I haven't done a video for a couple days, and we have the Stormy Awards coming up in October for voting, December for watching, and I've been working on the website and getting all the all the items to vote on in the in the database. But I'm only one person, so if you want your build to be considered as a nominee, you have to go to Reddit or go on the Discord and ping me about it so that I add your build. Or if there's some build that you like that you want to see nominated on, it doesn't have to be your build, but please make sure you let me know, because if you don't, it's not going to be nominated. Nobody can vote on it, and then if you don't see it there to vote on, it's your own fault.
If you don't vote, you can't win.
And if you don't nominate, you can't vote on the nominee. Does that make sense? I think that does, right? So,
Perfect sense.
That is it for today. If you haven't done so already, hit the bell so it goes ding dong. Wait, I forgot to do that. Ding dong when I upload a video. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And we'll see you next time. Say goodbye, Geronimo.
Bye-bye, Geronimo.
There you go.
Make sure to subscribe.
Make sure to subscribe.
Be one of the cool guys.
Yeah. Oh.